If you've ever tried popping open your games console to try and fix something before, you may have noticed a tiny little sticker. A little sticker that says, you open this console and break this sticker, then your warranty is void. Well, it turns out that that little sticker is all kinds of illegal.
For many years, hardware manufacturers have insisted if you use unauthorized repair services or try to repair hardware yourself, then it will void your warranty. But that's no longer the case thanks to a new ruling by the US Federal Trade Commission. Last week, the FTC announced they had sent warning letters to 6 hardware companies for violating a warranty law from 1975. The FTC didn't name the companies, but they did provide examples of warranty agreements which violate the guidelines, but some quick Googling will show 2 of these companies belong to none other, what's none other, Mike?
I don't know.
It's like a cow with no udders.
Yeah.
But some quick Googling will show 2 of these examples belong to none other than Sony and Nintendo. Sony's warranty states, this warranty does not apply if this product has had the warranty seal on the PS4 system altered, defaced and removed. The FTC said it's language like this which is illegal, and they are demanding companies stop voiding warranties through these provisions, and they have up to 30 days to remove them. If the offending companies fail to update their warranty agreements, then the FTC have the power to step in and force them.
So coincidentally, just a week or so ago, I tried to fix my brother's PlayStation 2, and that's got a little sticker on it. So that's an old console. This thing has been around for a long time. This isn't a new phenomenon. So for all these years, that has not been okay. For some reason now, the FTC is pumping up and saying, hang on a minute, this is completely illegal. You can't do this. So I guess it's good that it's finally happening. But for years and years and years, that's just been the state of play. You can't open your your Apple device, for example. There's no sticker on an Apple device, but the Apple geniuses, they're trained on specific techniques of things to look out for, signs that show that it's been opened, because if it has been opened, then the warranty's void. That's not okay, apparently, and finally something's been done about it. Also in the news this week, a hugely ambitious mod for 2010's Fallout New Vegas has finally been released into beta after 9 years of development. And if you thought, hang on a minute, how can they have worked on it for 9 years if it's a mod for a game that came out 8 years ago, like I did? Well, it's because the mod was originally planned for Fallout 3. Fallout New California, as it's called, is a prequel to Obsidian's New Vegas and has over 14,000 lines of dialogue performed by 42 actors for some 60 characters. It boasts 12 different endings with multiple branching storylines on the way there. That's seriously impressive for a fan-made mod. Long-time New Vegas fans may recognise it as Fallout Project Brazil, as it was originally called. It's playable right now from start to end as a mod for Fallout New Vegas, and it is, of course, totally free.
Next up, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is immensely popular in China, with Chinese players accounting for almost half of the game's total players. PUBG's popularity also brought with it an awful lot of in-game cheating, and it's estimated around 99% of all PUBG cheats originate in China. Cheating is so popular in China that PC manufacturer Dell actually advertised their new laptops as being the best machines for running multiple PUBG cheats. During an Intel event in Beijing, website PC Powerplay reported a spokesperson for Dell said the company's new G-series laptops would let PUBG players, quote, run more plugins to win more at chicken dinner. PC Powerplay also said, as the spokesperson gave the presentation, a video was playing behind them which demonstrated PUBG cheats in action. Not long after PC Powerplay ran the story, Dell responded saying, quote, in an attempt to communicate the power of the new Dell G-series, inappropriate modification examples were used in Dell's product launch event in China last week. This does not reflect our global gaming culture or strategy. We condemn any modifications misused in gaming. How does nobody think that's a bad idea, like at Dell? How does that go unchecked? How does nobody say, hang on a minute, that's a cheat? Like, well, whose great idea was that? Somebody needs to be fired. This is a stupid idea. It's funny as so we can laugh at it. We appreciate a good chuckle like this, but it's funny these days how PUBG itself isn't a big enough selling point. You could attach your brand to PUBG, it's not good enough because PUBG cheating is far more popular these days, so attach your brand to that. Yeah. That's funny.
Hey, we call it cheating, they call it inappropriate modification. And in other news, it emerged that the UK games market had a bit of a rough time in March. The total number of games sold fell by almost 20% year on year to 1.37 million units, and actual revenue fell by almost 25% to 44 £24.4 million generated by box game sales. It's the first month of the year to register a decline after January and February were both up on their respective months in 2017. Now all this points to what has been a pretty bare bones month when compared to last year. In March 2017 alone, we got Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Mass Effect Andromeda, and of course the launch of the Nintendo Switch and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This year we got Far Cry 5 and Sea of Thieves, which was available for no extra charge to anyone on the Microsoft Xbox Games Pass for the first 2 weeks, and Burnout Paradise Remastered, I guess. Vermintide 2 was on PC, so its digital sales wouldn't have been counted in the figures for games retail.
Elsewhere in the news, Star Wars Battlefront 2's lead actor, Janina Gavankar, who plays Iden Versio in EA's multiplayer shooter, has made some interesting comments about AAA game design. Speaking to the GamesBeat Summit this week, Gavankar talked about how AAA gaming is stagnating. She said that as more industry veterans leave AAA studios to work on their own independent projects, they will be the ones to push gaming forward. Quote, "I have AAA fatigue, and I have felt like this for a while. Why am I playing games that I could have played in 2007 except with better graphics?" Gavankar believes publishers should stop chasing trends and focus on experimenting new things. "You can't just follow that data forever," Gavankar added. "Somebody had to find Spielberg and say, okay kid, go ahead. And it wasn't based on data, it was because he was a genius."
So these quotes are really good. A lot of what she's saying was kind of echoed by Jade Raymond, or vice versa, I guess, whoever spoke first in the interview, I guess.
I think Gavankar did.
There you go. And she said some good things there that I completely agree with, and things need to be pushed forward. That's what's frustrating about games like Shadow of War, for example, when you feel like they're kind of fulfilling something that already exists, like an outline that we already know what a game should be like, rather than trying to do something new. So I totally agree. And in haha, are you being serious news? Well, it turns out no, they weren't, not really. Well, kind of. Over the last week, numerous sites reported on a change.org petitions signed by some 2,900 people at the time of recording, calling on Epic Games to, quote, get rid of Fortnite. Why? Well, as petitioner Chloe De Palma writes herself, quote, "It's taking over our boyfriends' lives and brainwashing them. The petition set out to get the game banned and to send this game down the drain, which the creators thought might actually be possible thanks to all the attention it's getting."
But it turns out the original petitioners weren't exactly serious. At least at first. In an update on the Change.org petition, creators Chloe and Jaden wrote, "Okay, so I see this blew up. It was originally made as a joke, and initially I hated Fortnite, but I started playing it and it's actually kind of fun. It was initially a joke, but it seems to be a rising issue within families because everyone has been so addicted to it." The creators say they started the petition about 2 months ago and had totally forgot about it. They say they might leave the petition up, and you can still sign it right now because of the attention it's getting and how the subject is actually a serious problem.
Seems like they're just trying to kind of satisfy both camps there by saying, we're only joking, we played Fortnite and it's actually loads of fun, but also this is a serious issue, so we're going to leave the petition up. So it's, who knows, it sounds like they were just messing around and kind of got out of control. 2,900, obviously it's not the biggest petition numbers that we've seen for something like this. It certainly shows that it's been doing the rounds on the headlines and stuff, and it shows that it's picking up an audience a long time after they initially made it.
It duped a lot of websites. We read a few and looked at the petition, and they already updated it, but they don't update the websites. That's the problem, isn't it? They don't update the news.
So the headlines are still there.
Headlines are still there. And what I find is funny is like, this game brainwashes people, and then like the update is, this game's fine.
Yeah, we've played it and we believe in. So there was a handful of stories there. What caught your eye in the news this week? Let us know what it was down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Now there's another video right there which you could watch right now if you want, and a link to Patreon if you do want to support the channel. See you next time.